I'm going to start with one of my favorite poems because it's so simple and that's what it says. But in the village where I grew up, my mother went away to study nursing and my father was working in town. So I was with my grandmother and my grandaunt, and they used to sit on the little veranda up in the mountains. And this is what they'd say to me. The simple things of life, my dear. The simple things of life. She rocked the rhythms in her chair, brushed a hand across her hair, miles of travel in her stare. The simple things of life. I hoe me corn and the backache gone. I plant my peas and arthritis ease. The simple things of life. Leaning back, she wiped an eye, read the rain signs in the sky, evening's ashes in a fireside, the simple things of life. And you know, women's voices are really very important to me. And I think you'll find that most of my poems at some point speak from the women of my community. It makes it easier to go up on a stage because like I'm not reading everything about me and kind of trying to tell you just my story. But I was so surrounded by women growing up. And before Aunt Vida died, there was my grandmother and my Aunt Vida who were in their 80s and 90s. Then there's my mother who is in her 70s. Then me in my 50s. I have a daughter in my 30s and I have a granddaughter who is in a year and a half. So it's like last Christmas at home, there were 5 generations of women in the house. And I'm very lucky, very fortunate to have come of such beautiful women. So like when I come out on an evening like this, I think of all the women who didn't make it for whatever reason, and this is for them. It wasn't that the day did start out bad, or that no early morning dream did swing me foot off of the wrong side of the bed. It wasn't that the cold floor make me sneeze, and my nose start run with misery. It wasn't a hangover headache morning, or a worry rising morning. The sun did a shine same way, and a cool breeze just a brushing from off of the sea. And the morning news was just the same as ever. 2 shot dead, truck lick 1, Israel still a broke up Palestine, and Bush think him have the whole world hand twist back at them. No, it wasn't the day that start out bad. It wasn't even pre-empty or post-empty. It was just another ordinary get up, get the children ready for school morning. Another wonder what to cook for dinner this evening morning. Just another wish me never did breed, but Lord, you know I love the children morning. Just another wonder if I take up back with this man, it would have eased the situation morning. No, it wasn't no duppy frighten me, make me jump out of me sleep in a bad mood. Nor no neighbor bring first quarrel to me door. It was not the price rise pon bus fare and milk and sugar. It was just another same way morning. Another clean up the mess after everybody left morning. A perfectly ordinary morning of a perfectly ordinary day, just trying to find a way out. So it was hard to understand why the ordinary sight of my own frock, hang up on the line with 2 clothespins, should have stopped me from doing nothing but just bawl. In the 70s, you know, while families were broken and Jamaica started becoming a name that was recognized, everybody wanted to come to Jamaica. And this is after the flower children movement of the 60s and the hippies of the 70s and all the free-spirited people gathered on the beaches of Jamaica. Of course, the marijuana helped, you know, so that was always a catch. And we thought that Jamaica would become such a paradise. And I was part of the young people's socialist movement. And we thought then, you know, America, back off. We're opening ties with Cuba. We're going to talk to Russia. You can't stop us from being a free country. And of course, America said, not again in my backyard. So basically, we were dependent on the tourism. And we got such bad press in America that, in fact, there was one news story that went out saying that a communist ship had just arrived in Kingston Harbor, flying a red flag, and they were going to take over the government. So like, anyway, in the 70s, tourism collapsed. All the business people, you know what business people are like. Soon as you threaten them, they take their money and run. And that's what they did. So all the money went abroad, tourism ended, and we all thought this dream island that we thought we were going to build had to wake up, basically. And we had to sign with the IMF. And we hadn't had that before. And all the people's projects that the socialist government was trying to put into place just never happened anymore. So there were no more hospitals, no more schools being built. They'd started a minimum wage, but that just collapsed. And we signed to the IMF. 400 years from the plantation whip to the IMF grip. And aid travels with a bomb. Watch out, aid travels with a bomb. Aid for countries in despair. Aid for countries that have no share. They're dumping surplus food in the sea, yet they can't allow starvation to be. They buy your land to dump nuclear waste. You sell it so that food your children can taste, and aid travels with a bomb. Watch out, aid travels with a bomb. They love your country. They want to invest. But your country don't get when it comes to the test. Them gone home with all of the profit. Your government left upholding a rocket. They rob and exploit you of your own, then send it back as a foreign loan. Interest is on it, regulations too. They will also decide your policy for you, and aid travels with a bomb. Watch out, aid travels with a bomb. You don't know if they're on CIA fee or even with the KGB, because you think your country is oh so free until you look at the economy. And aid hits you like a bomb. Watch out!